What is up, everybody? I got a Chiefs rebuild for you today, but not necessarily a Chiefs rebuild, more of a retool. We want to know what it takes, or what will it take, to get the Chiefs back to another Super Bowl. If you're an NFL fan, you know how hard it is to go back-to-back, but the Chiefs, they haven't necessarily been back-to-back, but they have been extraordinary for the past, 4 or 5 years, however long Patrick Mahomes has been on the team. So obviously we need to keep building with him. I have a great idea that can make a big splash in the NFL. It's been known that they are looking to trade this guy. I'll get to that in a second, but right now, I want to go over the team. So this is the offense for the Kansas City Chiefs. As you can see, there's really not much we have to do, but there's definitely ways that you need to get better. Every team that wins a Super Bowl, they never can stay the same if they want to go back-to-back. That's what happened to the Bucs. We kind of stayed the same while other teams got better, and that's when the Rams won the Super Bowl. The Rams beat the Bucs in the divisional round. But every time a team wins a Super Bowl, the way that they can get back to the Super Bowl is to get better and not stay the same. So with that said, we do need to retool, but it makes it harder when you win a Super Bowl, because usually when you win a Super Bowl, you spent a lot of money on good players. A lot of them are in free agency, and you got to spend money on them, so it makes it tougher to win another Super Bowl back-to-back years, and that's why it's so hard. Not only that, it is a long season. You have to get a little lucky with injuries and stuff like that, but let's get right into evaluating the roster. Patrick Mahomes is Patrick Mahomes. He's pretty much a god. Go to the running back, Pacheco. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but I know he is a stud. I do think he can be our number one back. I also like McKinnon as a guy who can receive for us. We might be getting rid of Edwards-Helaire. I don't know if he's a free agent, but if he is a free agent, we'll probably let him go. If not, we will probably trade him, maybe for a draft pick, or maybe just for some extra depth at a wide receiver position, or maybe on the defense. The wide receiver position, I think, has to be addressed. Juju Smith-Schuster, can't talk, is a free agent, and I don't think we're going to sign him back. He wants a lot of money, and I don't think it's worth it. I think he's a great player. I don't think he needs to be back on this team, though, especially if we're going to try to make a big splash in the trade area, because we have a big guy that we want to try to go get, and I think could make this team even more elite than it has been the past couple of years. Kadarius Toney is going to be a guy on our team. I don't know if he's a free agent, but if he is, we are getting him back no matter what. I love him in the slot. I love him in the outside. I love giving him the ball in the backfield. He can be an elite player. He just needs to stay healthy. We got Sky Moore. He's a rookie. I think he'll be our 3 receiver, maybe 4, depending on Hardman. But I think he has some potential, and I love to use him. I think he's got speed. I think he can route run. So he will probably be part of our offense, not a huge part for next year, but he will be on this team. Now, if you look at our offensive line, everything here is pretty good except the right tackle. That's something we'll either address in the draft or maybe free agency, depending on who's there. We do have Orlando Brown that is a free agent, and we are 100% signing him back if it's a franchise tag, or hopefully we can get him on a 3 to 4 year deal. He's been doing great things for us. We need him back at our left tackle spot to protect Patrick Mahomes at all costs. Then we got the man, the myth, the legend, Travis Kelce. You gotta fight to party, or whatever that quote is. And then let's go to the defense. This is where I think we definitely need to get better. We will be releasing Frank Clark. The Chiefs did release him in real life, so that's what we will be doing. We need to build off Chandler Jones. I think we need to get another guy who can rush, and we'll definitely be able to get a guy in free agency, I think, if not maybe the draft, but I think it'll most likely be a veteran guy who we know can get to the quarterback to help this defense out. In the secondary, we do need another corner. That's one thing that has made the Chiefs skeptical. That's why some people don't think the Chiefs are going to win the Super Bowl, but they usually, get close or win it, is because of the secondary. Thornhill, I know he's a free agent. We'll see if we can get him back. If not, maybe we can upgrade. I know Gardner Johnson is in free agency right now, so I really hope we can get him if we can't get Thornhill. So we're going to have to figure that out. Linebackers, I think we need a little upgrade. Bolton is obviously a very good player. Willie Gay is very good as well. Maybe we can upgrade here. Probably the left outside linebacker. We'll see. But other than that, this is a pretty solid lineup. I do want to make this as realistic as possible, but I do think we will be trading for a big name that can help this team out a lot. It'll probably be for a lot of picks, a lot of players, maybe some big players, but I think it will be perfect for our offense, and you'll see that in a few. But the defense, I think we just need to fix the defensive line, maybe upgrade our linebacking core just a little bit, getting a veteran who's not too costly, and upgrading our secondary with someone who might be a little costly and a guy in free agency, but we'll see. We got to look to re-sign some of these players. We will not be re-signing Juju Smith. That is too much money for us. He's a great player. Thank you for your time. Thank you for winning a Super Bowl, for helping us win a Super Bowl. But this relationship has got to end. Too much money. Appreciate everything. You're young. You have a great future ahead of you. In TikTok, I'm just kidding. But no, he's a good player. Just too much money for us right now. We're going to try to sign back our punter. He's not interested in signing for some reason. Whatever, my man. This is a big one. Orlando Brown. We want to make sure to give him money so he comes back. I'm not going to commit to a 4-year deal, I don't think. Actually, I am. He'll be 31 years old. He should still be pretty good, not regress at all. We'll give him $9 million and 6.5 bonus. He seems to love that offer. He's back. That is a huge re-sign for your Chiefs. Thornhill Hiller, I don't know if we're going to try to re-sign him right now. I think if we can't get anybody else, we'll try to re-sign him in free agency, but not right now. Mecole Hardman, honestly, a total of $20 million is a bit steep. He is young. I just don't think we will be signing him. I think he's a great player. He's 5'10" with speed. He can route run, but I don't think we're going to re-sign him just because we have a bigger fish to fry. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the man that we are going to try to get for Patrick Mahomes in the passing game. He's really not had a guy like this. He's had Tyreek Hill. He was a speedster who ran a 4.2, he's still one of the best receivers in the game, but he has not had arguably the best receiver in the game, DeAndre Hopkins. Last year, DeAndre Hopkins missed half the season. He had 64 receptions, 717 yards, and 3 touchdowns. He can clearly still play. He's kind of old. I believe he's about 31 years old, but the man can still dominate, and he's still considered one of the best receivers in the game. I would say if he did play the whole season last year, he probably is number 2 right behind Devontae Adams, but because he didn't, he's probably top 10. But even with that, this man with Patrick Mahomes, paired up with the man, the myth, the legend, Patrick Mahomes, can be something great that we all want to see. Let's see if the Cardinals accept. There we have it. DeAndre Hopkins is now a Kansas City Chief. We gave them Valdez-Scantling, a 3rd-round pick for next year, and the Chiefs' 1st-round pick for this year. So yes, we do not have a 1st-round pick, but we have a 2nd-round pick, although it's the last pick. This is big. This right here means that we have DeAndre Hopkins and Kadarius Toney lined up together, which is very hard to stop. We probably need a 3rd guy that we might be able to get in free agency. We'll see. DeAndre Hopkins is a chunk of money. He's about 19 mil, but it's definitely worth it. And I hope he has over 1,000 yards this season. It shows people why I did this trade. So with signing DeAndre Hopkins or trading for him, we still have $55.8 million in cap space, probably from releasing Frank Clark as well. And there's a lot of great names here that I definitely want to look at. But first, I want to get C.J. Gardner-Johnson. He played tremendous for the Eagles and a big reason why their secondary was so good last year and made it to the Super Bowl. C.J. Gardner-Johnson was insane on the New Orleans Saints, and I can't believe they traded him to the Eagles for like a bag of Doritos or the toenail that I clipped yesterday. Like, this guy is a great player, and he's only 24 years old. The fact that the Saints got rid of him, I just don't understand. Maybe he didn't want to be there anymore, which is completely understandable as well. Last year for the Philadelphia Eagles, C.J. Gardner-Johnson had 67 tackles, 6 assists, 1 sack with 6 interceptions. Those are some great stats, and we want those 6 interceptions on the Kansas City Chiefs, baby. Let's go. We're going to give him a 5-year deal because I just think so highly of him. $8 million salary with maybe a 5.5 signing bonus. It'll be so fantastic if we can somehow get him. We'll even give him more money if we have to. We are number 1 ranked right now, but I don't like the teams below us right now because they have a lot more money than us, I think. So we're going to raise this up to a 9.3, 5.5. I think will help us out so much in the secondary. DJ Chark is someone that I'd definitely be interested in. He's a 6'4", frame, very fast, 94 speed, 93 acceleration. We're going to try to go after DJ Chark because he's not very much money, but we'll do a 3-year deal for 4.5 and 2.5 and see what he thinks of that. Josh Allen, We'd love a Josh Allen. He's only 26 years old. We'll give him a 5-year deal for 10 point. We'll give him 11 million for a 6.5 signing bonus. We got to get this defense to complement Chandler Jones with rushing the passer. And I think we can do that with Josh Allen. Jonathan Jones. You know what? I like Jonathan Jones. We're gonna try to get after him for a 2-year deal and see if he likes that. We got Jonathan Jones. We got DJ Chark. I will be very, very, very upset if CJ chose the Ravens. We gave him more money. He just didn't want to go. All right, that's fine. Kareem Hunt is still there, and Kareem Hunt was on the Chiefs, but he got in trouble. He got released off the Chiefs, and he's been okay, at least legally, and he's been great on the field. We're going to try to sign back Kareem Hunt to the Kansas City Chiefs for a 4-year deal. That's a little too much. We'll do a 2-year deal for $4.5 million and a $3 million signing bonus and see what he thinks about that. See if we got any of our guys. He did not like that offer. But we got Terrence Steele. That's big for us. We got Deshaun Elliott, which is also big for us. Our secondary just got a little bit better with Jonathan Jones and Deshaun Elliott. Kareem Hunt is still thinking about coming to our team. We're going to leave that offer there, and we're going to see if he's going to come to our team. He went to the the Commanders. We're going to try to trade Edwards-Helaire, I think, for a draft pick to a team that kind of needs a running back. And I think the Dolphins need a running back. They have LaMichael Piron, who isn't a bad player, but I think Edwards-Helaire can definitely help out Tua and help out Tyreek Hill and help out everybody else in that offense. The Dolphins have 2 third-round picks, so we're going to ask for one of them and see what they think. We got a third-round pick. We now have plus $2 million in cap space from that trade. I love that trade. I think that third pick can help us tremendously with getting these young players that we need for depth and maybe starting. Josh Allen went to the Giants, which I'm kind of sad about. If we got him, our defense, or at least our linebacking core, would have got so much better. We're going to look for some more people. I really like bringing Van Der Esch to Kansas City. I think that would help us a lot as well. I think Anthony Walker could be really good. But I think the thing with Van Der Esch, he gets hurt a lot, and I don't think we want to spend that money on him, especially if he gets injured. I like Denzel Perriman. He's a 30-year-old middle linebacker. I think, though, we will be going after Anthony Walker Jr. He's 28 years old, speed 83, 89 acceleration. He's not too fast for a middle linebacker, but I think we'll put him on the edges more as the outside linebackers and let him either rush the passer or drop back in the short coverages. Got our punter, and we got Anthony Walker. I would say this is a great free agency for the Chiefs. Not really minus, just not talking about the punter because it's the punter's the punter. In Madden, the punters don't really matter, but Tommy Townstead's a great punter, so thank you for coming to the Chiefs. Jonathan Jones, 82 overall, 29 years old. He's a great corner with 93 speed. He can help us a lot in the secondary as well as Deshaun Elliott. 87 speed. He's a great strong safety. He can hit. I'm glad we got Deshaun Elliott. Terrence Steele is going to help us in the trenches. I think we definitely needed an upgrade at right tackle, but now we can really go anywhere in the draft because our first pick was going to either be an offensive tackle or a receiver. We got DJ Chark. We got our right tackle, and now we can go anywhere. If you look at the offensive rating, it's a 91 overall with an 85 defense. We can go anywhere. Whoever's the best on the board, that's who we're going to pick. Without further ado, let's go to the draft and pick the next guy to help this team win a Super Bowl back-to-back. Here we are in the draft. I kind of want to simulate the first 5 picks just to see who gets picked. So I'm going to go to advance next pick. The Bears picked Tyree Wilson. That's not a bad pick for Tyree Wilson, or for the Bears. Tyree Wilson's a great athletic player. He could be the best player in the draft. Bryce Young to the Texans. That's interesting. With how good Anthony Richardson was, I would expect him to go early in the draft now too. Either Will Levis too, but the Texans picked Bryce Young. I think that's still a good pick. I think he could be really good. CJ Stroud to the Cardinals. That doesn't make sense. They have Kyler Murray, Madden. It happens. I don't understand it, but EA baby. That's why they're saying the next game's a make or break here. Will Anderson to the Colts. That's a big pick for the Colts. They need a quarterback though, so they should have been the one to pick CJ Stroud. But that's all right. Jalen Carter to the Seahawks. That man apparently is in trouble. So he's probably not going to go number 5, but I'm kind of don't want to watch this anymore because it's just kind of unrealistic. So we're going to go to our pick. So with our pick, we picked a 6'5", 284 left end Colby Wooden from Auburn. He's a normal dev trait. He has 84 acceleration, 88 strength. So he's a big boy. He has some strength, and I think he can be very good for us. It's unfortunate he's not a hidden dev trait, but hopefully, I mean, look at here. I mean, he has A, block shedding, B, awareness, B, play recognition, A, power moves, A, tackle. I think he'd be a good player for us. Again, it's unfortunate he's a normal dev trait, but he looks like he's a freak of nature being 6'5", 284. So we picked him, and I think he can be a tremendous, tremendous player for our defensive line. So we have a third-round pick at number 14 because, again, we traded Clyde Edwards-Helaire to the Dolphins for their third pick. I do think there's a big chance we can pick either a receiver here or another defensive lineman. I really like Tyler Scott. Rice is also really good. I know I don't like his speed, though. I see Tyler Scott. Tyler Scott speed's a 4.3 and a 4.25. We're going to pick Tyler Scott. And he's a hidden dev trait. We got the next Tyreek Hill for Patrick Mahomes. 97 speed, 95 acceleration, 86 agility, 85 change of direction, and 84 jumping. This man is a freak of nature. He's 5'11", 211 pounds, and 21 years old. He's a young stud. I cannot wait to use him with Patrick Mahomes. Another third-round pick. I think, again, we're going to go defensive lineman. We don't need another receiver, and our defensive line needs to get better this season because the way you win games is getting to the quarterback, especially late into the season. And we got rid of Frank Clark, so that's a big loss right there. He's a great player. We need to make up for that. I think we're going to pick Dylan Harton. I don't know why it's spelled like that, but that's what we're going to pick. He's 22 years old. This is a bit of a risk, but I liked the way he performed at the NFL Combine, and he looks like a faster linebacker, especially an outside linebacker. I'd love for him to rush the passer here, especially with his speed. Let's see. He's a hidden dev trait, 85 acceleration, 84 agility, 72 change of direction, which does not matter at all, and 84 speed out of TCU. He's 6'4", 275, a great draft from your Kansas City Chiefs right now. We have some young studs coming to the Super Bowl champions. We have a round 4 pick, picking at 21. Here, I don't think we're going to pick a linebacker or defensive lineman. We're going to see who's there, though. I think it's possible that we pick a safety, especially maybe for, special teams and stuff like that. Maybe an offensive lineman. Maybe. I like our offensive line, though. But it would be nice to possibly kind of develop someone when our defensive line is not there. Maybe a running back. I know we just got someone, but having all these weapons can really help Patrick Mahomes, and you can't get enough weapons. We're going to pick from Florida, Trey Dean. I think I watched this guy play a couple times. He's 22 years old. He's 6'3". That's a pretty big freaking safety, and that's what we're going to pick. He's a normal dev trait, but he's a 92 acceleration, 88 speed. That's really fast for a safety. I'm glad we picked this guy. We're picking a lot. We have a lot of great picks right now. These are a lot of guys that can get a lot of playing time this year for our team and help us win another back-to-back Super Bowl. Not another back-to-back Super Bowl, but another Super Bowl. Mohamed Ibrahim. Oh, wait a minute. I think he performed really well at the Combine. Great, solid, elite jumping, great speed. He looks like an athlete. I think this is what we're going to pick for a running back. I don't know how much he'll play, but developing him into a great running back looks like it could be pretty easy. That's what we're going to pick. He's a normal dev trait, but he's a 94 speed, 92 acceleration, 89 agility, 85 change of direction, 84 jumping. That could give him some playing time just looking at his stats. That looks like somebody who can definitely perform with Patrick Mahomes, getting some passes in the backfield, maybe getting some reps in the slot, something along those lines. He looks like a great player. At pick 32 in round 5, I think we're going to go pick some offensive linemen for some depth. We're probably not going to get any elite talent, but there probably is some good players here that we can develop once, our older offensive linemen probably retire or go to a new team. You never know. So I think I like Ricky Stromberg. He's 6'4", 318. It's a risk again. He's not even projected to be drafted. He's from Arkansas. I like the way he performed at the NFL Combine. I mean, he has good speed, marginal jumping. Who really needs jumping? Change of direction, good. Agility is solid. Acceleration, good. I think he can definitely play for us, especially if someone gets hurt this season. If someone gets hurt, I think he can play right guard, left guard, and center, and that's why we're going to pick him. Look at this guy, Kadeem Telfort. He's from UAB, 21 years old. He is 335 pounds at 6'8", and his archetype is agile. He had a pretty okay NFL Combine, but he's 6'8" and ran a 4.96. How is he not drafted right now? We're picking him. He might be a normal dev trait, but this guy is a freak. He's an ogre that I'm fighting in Hogwarts Legacy. Look at this man. Look at him. We're drafting this man without a doubt. A normal dev trait, I don't care. The man is 6'8", 335 pounds. I want to make him a star. He's going to be a great guy to have on your bench. This is a guy you want him coming out of your bus. I know in the NFL it doesn't really matter, but in high school you want the small guys coming out or the big guys coming out first, whatever. This guy is 6'8", 21 years old. We got a stud in the 6th round. So we have no picks remaining. We're in the 7th round, number 8. After this, we have no picks remaining. With our pick, this could be an interesting one. Wouldn't it be great if we can get wait a minute, Clark is still there. I want to look at Clark. I'm assuming he didn't have the best. No, he didn't. 4.5. He did not have a very good NFL Combine. That's the reason why he's not getting picked. But we might take a chance on him. We really might. He's from Louisville. He's 5'10", 180. His press is an A. I think we're going to take a chance. Let's go. There you go. 88 speed, 90 acceleration. We can get that speed up at some point. That's not a bad pick in the 7th round. I wanted to take a chance on somebody, and we took a chance on Cottrell Clark. I think he could be an okay player for us, maybe some special teams. He's going to have to work to get on the field, but no doubt that's why we picked him. He's a good hard worker, and he's 88 speed, 90 acceleration. That's not that bad. He has a great change of direction, great agility. I think his stats are pretty good. I think some people missed out on this guy. So let's take a look at the draft recap. We got Colby Wooden, a 72 overall. He's going to start right off the bat, I think. Then we got Tyler Scott, 73 overall. He'll get some playing time. He has elite speed. That's one of the reasons why we got him. He's a dev trait. Dalen Harton at right outside linebacker. Trey Dean, who is a 71 overall. This is a great draft. In the 7th round, we picked a 71 overall. I mean, this is a great draft for the Kansas City Chiefs. A lot of these guys are going to help us get to that next level and get better to win another Super Bowl, back-to-back Super Bowl, in fact. A lot of these guys could definitely have a very high ceiling. Ladies and gentlemen, we got the Kansas City defense for the 2023 season. Not bad at all. It's unfortunate we couldn't get anyone really good in free agency like CJ Gardner-Johnson, but I think we made up for that for getting a lot of good players. We got Ladarius Sneed at the corner position, McDuffie at the corner position, and we got Jonathan Jones. That third corner can really help us out, especially maybe even in the slot. So we're going to see how that goes. The defensive line, that was one of our priorities. We didn't really get anyone to help out Chandler Jones. Might have been a mistake. We might trade. I think we're going to stick with it because I think our linebackers can be very good. I think they're going to be rushing the passer a lot. I think just like a Joey Bosa, I think Harton's going to be rushing the passer. Willie Gay will be rushing the passer. I think Wooden, our rookie, will be rushing the passer. I mean, obviously they'll go out in some pass coverages, but Wooden, I think I might want to change him to the left end or right end. I think more so the right end because the left end, we got this guy, and I think he's pretty good. Karlaftis, I think he played pretty well last season. I remember making some plays. But other than that, our secondary here, Justin Reed and Elliott, I mean, this is a good secondary. I think our secondary's gotten a lot better, and I think our defensive line with Chandler Jones and then our guys like Harton and Gay, Karlaftis, and then we have Wooden. I think all those guys rushing the passer can really help Chandler Jones because, I mean, they're going to be double-teaming Chandler Jones and get these guys one-on-one. So we just got to work on winning one-on-one battles on defense, and I think we'll be perfectly fine. So the offense for the Kansas City Chiefs, I think, got so much better. Orlando Brown, Thuney, Humphrey, Smith. And then I failed to see that Steele had a torn ACL. So he'll be back week 2. So for now, we're going to have Niang there. He'll be able, I think, to hold his ground. He'll fight for us. I think we'll be totally fine for 2 weeks till we get Steele back. Steele's still a 79 overall, even with a torn ACL. So he'll be perfectly fine. Maybe even an 80, 81 overall when he comes back. But other than that, let's look at DeAndre freaking Hopkins. I don't know how you can't be so excited for this. DeAndre Hopkins and Mahomes are paired together with Kadarius Toney, Sky Moore, DJ Chark, and Tyler Scott, who ran a 4.27 40-yard dash with a start. No, we don't know for depth trait. Just a hidden depth trait. Sorry. Like, this is an offense that's great. We're a 91 overall offense. Didn't even mention Pacheco and Ibrahim, who we got as a rookie, and he is a 92 speed. He can probably run some routes. He's going to be more of a receiving back for us. Pacheco can be a receiving back, but I want him to be more on the ground type guy. I want Ibrahim to be in the passing game. And Melvin Gordon, our third back, is a veteran running back to help these guys out, and probably will get some playing time. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your Chiefs franchise. I think we did a great job getting better. I think we can continue getting better, especially as we play games, become more of a team, get that chemistry going, especially in the defense. I think we have a little bit of a different defense than last year in the secondary, our linebacking core, in our corners. So I really think that we can do some great things with this team. I kind of wish, again, I might regret not getting another right end that's, maybe a star dev trait, but we have Wooden, a rookie that we got, that I think can make up for that. He's a 70-year overall. He's a normal dev trait, but I think with his traits, with how big he is, he's fast, he's vicious. I think he'll be able to get the job done alongside Chandler Jones. Thank you for watching. Can't wait for the next video. Rate the video. Like, is this a good video? Is this a good team? Like, do you think this team is good enough to win a Super Bowl, at least back-to-back Super Bowls? Because I truly believe the teams who win a Super Bowl, it's not that I believe, it's a fact that it's even harder to win the next year because you have people on your back, you have a target on your back, and you need to be better. You just need to get better in all phases of the ball. So please like the video, subscribe to the video, subscribe to the channel. Let's go, baby. Rate this team 1 to 10. Tell me if you think we're going to win the Super Bowl. Thank you for watching.